As you know, 1984, next summer, an Olympic year. Los Angeles will host the Summer Games. Track and field, a big part of the United States package, and one of the young men, I'm sure, that knows a lot about what's going to happen in 1984 as far as the U.S. contingent is concerned. He's the coach of the Adams Track Club and also meet director for the Colgate Women's Games. That's Fred Thompson. Welcome to the show. Next to him, 8-year-old Kareem Pickering, 55-meter record holder for 8-year-olds with the 8-flat time and 200 meters with a time of 29.6. Next to her, 16-year-old Dina Alborano, and her specialty is the 1,500 meters. She ran it on a 4:38 time, and the 3,000 meters with a time of 9:58. Welcome to Sports Update. Young lady sitting next to you, you're very familiar with. You coach her with the Adams Track Club, and that's Kareem Pickering, just recently in Sports Illustrated, all across the country, a local hero in the New York area. 8 years old. Kareem, what made you decide you wanted to be a runner?
When my brother was riding bicycles, they used to win, and I never used to win anything, and my father heard about the Colgate games, and he let me run.
And you were outrunning the guys on the bicycles, right? I mean, you're that fast. You've set a record for 8 years old for the 55 meters. That's quite an accomplishment. You have to feel good about that, don't you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Dina, in your specialty, what would you like to do? What is your goals? You have to be looking maybe at the Olympics next year and maybe 4 years, 5 years down the road.
Well, my goal is to go to the 1988 Olympic Games and compete in the 3,000, which they haven't yet received in the games, but I hopefully they'll get it by 88.
Colgate Games have a big event coming up, the finals in Madison Square Garden, the 7th of March.
Right.
Talk a little bit about it.
Well, we are down now to our last 226 competitors. These are the youngsters who've gone through wars, I would say, over the last 5 or 6 weeks. And the games are really wonderful because they bring together all the segments of our city, young women getting a chance to compete against each other. And they run week after week, and the top people score points. Finally, we get to a semifinals with a little over 400 people, and they go head-to-head, and we come down to about 220 or so, and those are the ones who compete in the Garden. I must say that what went on at Pratt Institute over the last 5 or 6 weeks have been magnificent, because there's where the youngsters get an opportunity. Kareem, Dina, and others got a chance to come in the building and to learn something about themselves and to compete. Many of them don't win the first year. They come in and learn something. They go back and train and come back the next year. These youngsters are the product of a lot of years of hard work, in a sense, and now they're rising to the top. Dina and I were speaking a while ago. Dina's a junior in high school today, and next year she'll be a college senior. There'll be many schools after Dina, scholarship offers. Kareem, oh, maybe 1992. We look at a Kareem on the track in the Olympic Games.
The high school system in New York City, I know it can be a sore spot, it can be a good spot, because there's some great athletes that come out of the system. But with women's track, there are not that many schools who have a women's track program, and there are probably a lot of youngsters sitting out there who are great athletes who are not even involved in track and field.
Well, we have a terrible program in the city. I know a lot of people are going to take me to task for that, but that's true. We have about 100 high schools. Maybe indoors there might be 30, 35 that field teams. The coaching is not very good, and the administration is worse. Now, I'm looking at the 65 or so other schools, or the 50 other schools that do not have teams. In every one of those schools, there's got to be one superior youngster. Now, with women, we're not talking about exploiting people and they're going on into the pro ranks and playing basketball and getting salaries, or a college doing things on that order to them. We're talking about the life of an individual who could get a scholarship, who could go on and change their lives, who could become a professional person somewhere or the other, and be great and contribute to our society. Those kids are being lost. They're absolutely being lost. No provision is being made for youngsters who are in schools that do not have teams.
Okay. We'd like to thank all three of you for coming in. How are you going to do coming up March 7th in the finals, Dina? Kareem?
I'm going to win.
You're going to win. That's the confidence you need. Dina, you're going to be there also. We'd like to wish you a lot of luck, and I'm sure the games are going to be very successful. I'd like to thank all three for being our guests on Sports Update, and we'll be back with more in just a moment. Stick around.